Now, for those of you who do not know, the U Reviewers Movie Awards was an award show started by YouTube movie reviewers Jeremy Johns and Schmozno a few years ago, and I have been such a big fan of theirs and a big fan of the show as well. And of course, I was looking forward to the 2014 U Reviewers Awards. I was rooting for some films, and in fact, this time they allowed the fans to vote. And I have to say that after seeing the past few years, I rewatched the finales, as I mentioned in the comment sections of both the videos as well, but I've seen the show kind of grow in a way, and I really thought that this year's U Reviewers Awards was so well done. As compared to the earlier award shows, it was done in two parts, in about 36 to 37 minutes in all, and I thought they managed to cover all 18 awards in an extremely slick manner without it feeling too choppy in terms of editing, or without it feeling too rushed either. I thought it was extremely well edited, and the class of the show, and the general essence of the show and what it's about, which is about having our voice out there, because sure, we're not Academy members, and yeah, I'm not part of the U Reviewers Awards, of course, but those reviewers that we look up to, and, you know, their voice, their opinion, which matters a lot to us, and that reaching out through this award show was the very concept of the award show, and I think that's something that has definitely not been lost, if not, it's been amplified over the past few years. Now, with regards to the awards, Best Script went to Her, which was great. Best Visual Effects went to Gravity. Animation went to Frozen. Some were similar to the Oscars, which is not necessarily anything wrong. Maybe the Oscars just got it right. I was very happy to see Best Underrated Film go to Rush. Rush was a film that I loved. It was one of my top 10 favorites of last year, and unfortunately did not get much recognition at all. Best Hero was something I was really happy because of the fact that, you know, you got a bit of a female representation this time. Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games Catching Fire was a great choice. And when the first part of the U Reviewers Awards was up, and I was excited to see it, and I saw it, and I saw Jonah Hill win for The Wolf of Wall Street, I thought to myself that kind of confirmed my earlier belief that The Wolf of Wall Street would win, and it ultimately did. And I really loved that film, so I have absolutely no issue with it. Sure, here's the thing. The Wolf of Wall Street, was it my favorite film of last year? It was not. Nonetheless, I am so happy that it won. I was expecting it to win all along. Even though my favorite film of last year was nominated, nonetheless, I thought that The Wolf of Wall Street would end up winning, and I don't dislike the fact that it won over my personal favorite film. I respect the opinion of these people, and I understand that they can back it up with a valid amount of information, and you know, that's one reason. I respect all the awards that were given, even though I may not necessarily agree with all of them. I mean, you know, Best Director went to Martin Scorsese, even though I thought Cuarón might end up winning it. Nonetheless, if you look at the legacy, it started with Inception for the 2011 U Reviewers Awards, which was my favorite film of that year. They happened to coincide. 2012's winner, Drive, is a film that I still have to see. 2013's winner was Silver Linings Playbook, was a film that I really loved. It was probably not in my top 10 of the year. And now this time, The Wolf of Wall Street, which was in the top 10 of my favorite films of the year, a film that I loved, I'm fine with it winning, even if it's not the best, because I respect what these people are doing, and I truly understand they're bringing hundreds of thousands of people together. Now, I'm one of the few people, actually one of the many people, that would probably really want to be on this award show, and of course, there's a limited number of categories, there's a limited amount of time, they cannot feature everyone, but they try their best to do so, to bring the community together, so they bring larger reviewers, and I think they have a subscriber base cutoff of about 2,500 if I'm not mistaken. Nonetheless, you still feel a part of it, and this time they allowed us to vote as well for Best Picture, and I thought that was a really interesting thing that they allowed us to do. If at all they ever watched this video, I had a couple of suggestions. Maybe, you know, maybe this is just me, maybe this is not how everyone else feels, but before I continue, I wanted to say that the music that was used this time, and all of the backgrounds, and the way all the nominees were shown before the presenters were shown, was really well and just professionally done, and I absolutely loved that, and that's something that should stay the same for a while, especially the choice of music. I really loved that. Apart from that, I mean, I understand that they have a really hard time counting votes and stuff, but considering that they managed to use a poll system this time where they could have the entire public vote for Best Picture, maybe they could probably include more reviewers, strictly reviewers, to vote on certain things, and maybe in certain categories have more reviewers vote using a similar poll system or some kind of online system that certainly I'm not aware of, but they probably could be. And I mean, just to count their votes, they need not present, but you can include more reviewers in that way. Apart from that, though, I was very happy to see Chris Stuckman, Mike from Belated Media, Pretty Much It, John Campia, The Flick Pick, all people that I'm just such a huge fan of, so in awe of. And this show really, I wanted to finally conclude by saying that these guys have inspired a almost generation of reviewers. You know, there's a revolution that I've started to observe on YouTube. You have more and more reviewers popping up each day. You have more and more film fans, more and more people who want to get their voice out. And I think that is what the You Reviewers truly does represent. Sometimes even the common man, or just the most huge fan of film, trying to get their voice out, and that is done through this medium of the You Reviewers Awards, and it's something that I would like to congratulate all of those people who are a part of it on. It is such a good thing. They contribute so much to the world of film, as film fans, as even some professional reviewers, and I mean, all I can say is I already can't wait for next year's You Reviewers Awards. Also linked in the comments section below is my own little award show called the Snubby Movie Awards.